Are you finding creepy crawly grubs in your compost bin or your garden beds? I'm Christy Wilhelmi from Gardenerd, and that is the subject of today's video. Grubs are the larvae of many different kinds of beetles. These in particular are fig beetle grubs. There are different grubs depending on where you live. Let's talk about that. Like many insects, they can be regional depending on where you live. If you live east of the Mississippi, those grubs are most likely to be Japanese beetle grubs. If you live in the Southwest, like I do, we get fig beetles or fig eater beetles. They're all different, but most of them behave the same way. The beetle, which looks like this, will fly into your garden usually around the shoulder seasons. So in spring and in fall, you'll see them the most. The insect will lay eggs in soil where the larvae will hatch and incubate over the season and then move through the stages of development to become an adult and fly off and lay more eggs somewhere else. Some larvae are destructive. Others are helpful. Let's talk about that. Japanese beetle and Schaefer beetles and some of the others, they tend to eat roots. So if you have them in your lawn, you may see patches in your lawn, and that could be because of grubs. Fig beetles, they get in your soil and they are mostly harmless. They are actually kind of beneficial in that they till your soil and aerate your soil for you, and they help with decomposition in your compost pile. So here's how we deal with them at Gardenerd. When we're sifting compost with either our big sifter or a smaller, finer nursery flat, the grubs will remain in the sifter, and we pile them up into a bucket, and we then feed these to our chickens. Now, it's important to know Japanese green beetles are toxic, but fig beetles are not. But what we did before we had chickens was we would put them in a bucket and leave them out for the crows and the raccoons to take at night, because these guys can't crawl out of a bucket. Now, I'll pull out 50 to 100 grubs when I'm sifting a compost pile, and you may find 100 or more grubs in your raised beds when you're trying to find all of them. You won't find all of them, so there is another solution. One of the most common solutions that is touted for grubs in soil is milky spore, but you need to know that milky spore only works on Japanese beetles. It doesn't work on fig eater beetles. So do your research, find out what grub you have first, and then look for a treatment. But there is one thing that works for pretty much all of them. If you really want to get rid of them, we take the biological approach, and that is to add a predatory nematode to the soil that hunts out and seeks and eats grubs. That nematode is called Heterorhabditis bacteriophora, or HB for short. It's a beneficial nematode you can buy online from a reliable source and add it to water, spread it in your soil, water it in on a cool day or a cool morning before the sun hits the soil. It may take a couple of applications to take effect, but this nematode will target those grubs and eliminate the problem for you. So next time you see creepy crawly grubs in your soil, don't panic. Take steps to eliminate them or utilize them to your advantage in your compost bin, and then sift them out and feed them to your hens if you've got them, or your neighbor's hens. For more information about pest control, you can check out my online course, Creating a Healthy Garden, that covers this and so much more. You'll also find information about it in High Yield Small Space Organic Gardening. Check out my other books, my other online course, and consider becoming a Patreon subscriber to support all the free stuff we do here at Gardenerd. You'll find lots of information about growing your own food at gardenerd.com. And like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Happy gardening.